Welcome back to Scream Freaks podcast, and welcome to the dark side of movies. I'm Dr. Blackveil, and joining me for this episode are Holly Horror and Fabulous Bee. Tonight we're answering the phone and stepping into the 1996 slasher classic Scream, directed by Wes Craven. Scream follows Sidney Prescott in the town of Woodsboro as they're terrorized by a masked killer known as Ghostface. It blends mystery, sharp humor, horror movie rules, and brutal slasher tension into one of the most iconic horror films of the 90s. But is Scream the perfect slasher revival? Before we dive into tonight's movie, make sure you visit our official website at www.screamfreakspodcast.com. That's where you can find the latest episodes, updates, links to our social pages, and everything happening inside the Scream Freaks universe. This episode may contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen Scream yet, consider this your warning before we crack this thing open. And stick around until the end, because after the discussion, Holly, Fabulous Bee, and I will be giving our final ratings and thoughts for the movie.
Hello everybody, thank you for tuning in to Scream Freaks. My name is Fabulous Bee, and tonight we have...
Dr. Blackveil.
And...
Holly Horror.
And tonight we are doing a classic movie, the 1996 Wes Craven movie, Scream. Follows Sidney Prescott in the town of Woodsboro as a masked killer known as Ghostface. Begins turning horror movie knowledge into a murder playbook. Part slasher, part mystery, and part self-aware genre takedown. The film blends real scares with sharp commentary on the rules horror fans thought that they already knew. You know, and the fact that it says part slasher, part mystery. You know, and then Matthew Lillard was Shaggy, so hey. So this movie was iconic for so many different reasons.
Oh, yeah.
I love this movie so much, and it has a very, very special place in my heart for lots of reasons.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. All right, so this came out in 96, and I feel like I watched this movie the correct way. I was, I think, in 6th grade at a sleepover.
Oh, I'm so old.
And we decided to pop in a scary movie, and this was the first scary movie that I watched voluntarily. I think my first one was Child's Play. I was 4. I was like accidentally watched it. But this one, I was like, yes, let's watch this movie. And we were staying up late and eating junk food and getting super scared.
Hell yeah.
I've got nostalgic value attached to this movie that other people might not have.
So, I mean, but does it still feel scary today?
It really does. I think... we talked about this in another episode. Ghostface is one of the faces.
Yeah.
And I think, in my opinion, he's one of the scarier ones because of his distorted mouth and his eyes, the elongated face, and then the rest of his garb. We got the black robes and his shiny, really pointy knife. I think he's terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It still does it for me. Like, I still get that little tinge of fear in my chest whenever I watch Scream.
Yeah, you feel a little woozy?
I'm feeling a little woozy here.
So, I mean, but how well does the movie actually balance comedy, mystery, and actual slasher tension? I mean, there's a lot of comedy in this movie.
Yeah, and meta comedy. I think that's what really does it for me.
Yeah.
I think it still holds up to today. I don't think the whole franchise is perfect because some of the later movies, there's 7 now. I mean, and I have not seen Scream 7 yet, but I heard it's awful.
Really? Oh, I need to see it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
But I feel like they're not all as good as the first one.
Yeah.
No. But the first one I think stands alone.
And, you know, me personally, I like Jenna Ortega, but she's in everything now. I mean, she's just...
You need to sit down.
Yeah. Go back to Wednesday, make a couple more seasons of that. That was cool, but come on. So, I mean...
I think the first 20 minutes of this film, if you don't take anything away from this film, the first 20 minutes is what makes it super iconic. We've got Drew Barrymore in a house all alone. We suddenly are scared of the phone.
Yes.
We have that amazing creepy voice. We don't know who it is, and eventually we realize that he can see her, but she can't see him. Yeah. They're talking about scary movies. He's asking her trivia.
The guy with the knives on his fingers. Yeah.
Yes.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
And it's Drew Barrymore. So
Yeah.
at the time she was like super hot, super famous, and spoiler alert, she's not the main person in this movie.
No.
Yeah.
It's Neve Campbell.
Yeah.
She has a bit part, at the very beginning.
I think she was the hook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that part, because originally she was supposed to play Sydney Prescott.
Yes.
But she kind of decided at the last minute she would rather play this woman in the beginning who doesn't make it. She's only in this movie for about 15-20 minutes or so.
Right.
But it was, like Brianna said, it was the hook that got so many people to want to come see this movie. It was Drew Barrymore, and they pushed hard that she was in this movie. She was on the posters. They made it seem like she was gonna be our final girl, and
She's
definitely not.
She's the beginning girl.
Yeah.
She's the warm-up act.
she was not.
I mean, I rewound that part. I rewound, so VHS. I rewound that part probably 4 or 5 times. So I was a little too young. But anyways, this movie was completely and totally separate from what Wes Craven from. We know Wes Craven from, the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Right.
I mean, and I think that, in my personal opinion, I honestly think that this was a revival of the slasher,
I agree. For sure.
Yeah.
genre.
But in a very different way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then again, you have to look at it, with Wes Craven. He did the same thing with the Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
He also wrote People Under the Stairs, which is actually a pretty good scary movie too.
Yeah. Yep. He's written a lot of really good horror movies.
Big name in the
Directed and
horror world.
produced, he's the GOAT.
Yep.
But I do agree. Granted, I was young at the time, but now looking back at 1996 when this came out, I feel like the slasher, especially like the teenage slasher movies, were getting kind of old and trite. So we had Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Halloween. And so what this movie does is it's very meta, and it says, hey, here's the equation. This is what all of these movies have in common. We're going to tell you it, but it still works. I think that's the beauty of this movie. There's so much meta. There's so many references to all of those movies that I just said and other ones, and still people die. There's still people saying, like, look behind you. Like, the audience is kind of privy to what's going on, just like all the other slasher movies, but they still die. These poor teenage people die. Teenagers.
Well, yeah, and you have one of the main characters who is a horror movie buff. Like, he knows all the tropes. He talks about it, and that's kind of like, it's almost like breaking the fourth wall without breaking the fourth wall. It's like he knows that this is what happens in a horror movie. You don't do this, you don't say this, and like all those tropes that a horror movie fan knows, like he brings those up.
Right.
And as you watch the movie, it's like each one is happening.
All of them get broken.
Yeah.
I love how he lays out the rules. So he said 3 rules. You can't have sex. Number 2, no drugs or alcohol. And then number 3, never say I'll be right back, because you're not coming back. All 3 of those things happen. Even though he set up the rules, they still apply.
Yeah.
Nobody avoids them.
Nope.
So, does Ghostface work because of the mask, the voice, or the killers behind the mask? What exactly makes Ghostface so terrifying?
Yes.
Well, I have a thing for voices. I think, what's his name? Polly.
Oh, yeah. We were going to talk about the fact that the iconic voice is Roger L. Jackson. Mm-hmm. And Wes Craven, when they were filming this, he never actually filmed the scene with the characters where they could see each other face to face. The characters who he was talking to on the phone were always, on set or, in their room, whatever they're supposed to be doing. And Roger was kept behind the scenes, but he could see them. So he could see them on the video, and they could not see him back.
Just like the movie.
Just like how it is in the movie, where he's like, I can see, like, I want to know who I'm looking at. Like, that's exactly what it was, because he could see them, and they have no idea what he looks like, where he is, who it is. He was kept kind of secret almost, and I think that adds like a whole other dimension to what they're going through in the movie on the set, because it's the same thing.
Eventually, I guess the movie says that it's a little modifier, like a voice modifier, and we know that it's, spoiler alert, Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Lillard are the killers, but we don't know that at the beginning or for most of the movie. We just have the voice, and we don't really have a face. We have the mask, but we don't know who it is.
I mean, we kind of have a sneaking suspicion throughout the movie who it is, but we're not entirely sure.
He's a little charming. Like, the voice is kind of charming. It's a little deep. It's a little sultry even. He's playful with her. Like, do you like scary movies? What's your favorite scary movie? And then it'll snap into, I want to see what your insides look like.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I think it's perfect. I think the voice does it for me.
Got you like a fish.
Yeah.
So, Sidney Prescott actually became one of horror's defining final girls. I mean, but what makes her different from the earlier slasher survivors like Nancy from, Nightmare on Elm Street, Jamie Lee Curtis from Halloween. I mean, what makes her so special? I mean, that she...
I think there's a lot of similarities. If you're being chased by a serial killer and you don't know who it is, there's always going to be vulnerability and anxiety. You're going to trip over things. I would too, trying to run away and to just survive. But for Sydney, she was also in on the whole meta thing. There is a scene where she's talking to Ghostface, and she's talking about how, like, oh, it's some big-breasted girl who trips over things and she dies, or like, so she knows the trope. And I think at some point she does use that to her advantage. I mean, obviously she's a final girl, so she gets out. She does. I think she's the one that kills them in the end.
Yeah.
So she does get away, and she's in like all the other movies, or at least some of them.
Yeah. So with the movie, I mean, I don't know if y'all knew this, but it was actually titled Scary Movie to begin with.
Yeah, and they still had stuff that said that on it. I thought that was funny.
And, and the fact that later on, Scary Movie came out.
Yeah, and the first one that they parodied.
Right.
I think deserves like a little conversation. Scary Movie, at least the first one, was brilliant. I thought it was so freaking hilarious. Yeah. And they take meta.
Bitch, run!
I think they take that meta feel to a whole different level. Yeah. They're just like, you guys did it in Scream, but we're going to show you how ridiculous it is and make fun of it. And they added in a lot of different scary movies, and how they just showed how, like, there's an equation and this is how it works. And people still die in that movie.
Yeah, people still do. Yeah.
We still like it.
So, but Billy and Stu as the villains.
Billy is such a douche.
Billy is a douche.
But
I knew that at the very beginning. I was like, dude's a douche.
I gotta give Skeet credit. I thought his performance was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he definitely made the character believable.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and so did Matthew Lillard, though. I mean, Matthew Lillard is right now.
Yeah. He was my favorite character, I think, in this movie, because he gave it his all. Like, he put his whole self in this.
He's so good at being goofy.
Oh, yeah. He went for it in every scene he was in.
But, I mean, Matthew Lillard, we're going to go ahead and branch off a little bit for Matthew Lillard. Matthew Lillard is horror movie royalty at this particular point.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the fact that he's actually in Ice Nine Kills music videos.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Ice Nine Kills, I love you.
Yes.
13 Ghosts.
Love them. And then he's like, did you see the video where he got robbed and he runs after the person in the snow in his underwear? And you hear him, he's like, I'm catching up to you. I'm getting you. And it's like, holy shit, horror royalties chasing your ass down in the snow in his underwear.
If you've been in that many horror movies, like, you know how it works. He knows what works. Chase after him.
I mean, me personally, if I broke into somebody's house and I saw Matthew Lillard, I'm backing out slowly.
Whatever it is you took, drop it. I don't want any problems.
Sorry, guy. I didn't mean it. As a matter of fact, here's $100 from my pocket. Billy,
I think from the beginning, like, he tries to come off as like impatient with her because he's trying to have sex with Nev Campbell. She lost her mother. She's grieving, so she's not feeling very aroused in the past year, and he's getting a little impatient. But there are times when he's like, oh, it's okay, I understand. But he does crawl through her window to try to get some. He still is trying to feel her up and push her boundaries. And at one point he gets on her about how she's like still a virgin, and he, you know, I just want to basically have sex with you, and she gives in, and then it's revealed that he's the killer, and he tries to kill her.
And she's like, oh God, I gave you my gift, and you know, you're trying to kill me for it, asshole.
Yeah.
Makes him a bigger douche in my book.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
agreed.
But just his performance, like he's the most serious one. I think to me he's the most consistent. There's other characters like Gale Weathers. Like, what are you? Like, she's too much. Courtney Cox really commits to this reporter character.
She's a douche too.
She's a bitch.
Yeah.
But I feel like she's kind of goofy herself. Like, she kind of overdoes it. But with Billy, he's very controlled, and he's calm, and those eyes, like, just he acts with his face. Like, he's creepy.
Yeah. He definitely sells the character like very well. I mean, it's memorable even to this day. I mean, I've seen it probably a good handful of times, and you know, him and Matthew Lillard, I mean, even Nev Campbell's performance, they're all very believable, you know, and that's what I like about this.
Another thing, one of the many things I like about this movie is that it's definitely a mystery. So even though we suspect that it's Matthew Lillard and Skeet from the beginning,
yes,
we supposedly are convinced that it can't be them. Right. I think it's Billy that we're mainly concerned about. So obviously it can't be him. He was in jail, and his phone records are clean, blah, blah, blah. So we start building suspects. Yes. And it's everybody. Like, everybody's on the table. The dad, the reporter.
Well, someone says that in the movie, too. Everyone's a suspect. Yeah.
Yes.
It's true.
Even Randy, who says that. The friends. The principal, even everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
so at one point, like, we just don't know what's going to happen.
Right. It's like a whodunit all the way up until the very end, and then it's like, surprise, you know, here it is.
Surprise, you were right from the beginning. I know. I remember watching this in 6th grade, and my friend had already watched it, and she's like, "Oh, who do you think the killers are, or the killer is?" And I'm like, "It's that guy." And she's like, "No, he's clear." And I'm like, "No, he still did it." So even at age like 11, I'm like, "No."
Now, were you surprised that it was both of them instead of just one person, though?
Yes, that did throw me for a loop.
Which I think it did a lot of people. They were like, "Oh, there's two."
Right. So, you know, the original Ghostface was not designed for scratch for the movie.
No.
I mean, this was actually a mask that was discovered during location scouting.
Yeah.
Like a Halloween spirit kind of place.
Yeah, Fun World Fantastic Faces line of masks, and they had to secure the rights to be able to use it.
Yeah. They tried some other masks that were similar, but in the end they were like, nah, we need the original. And that company said, okay, all you have to do is just give us credit in the movie, and there you go.
They also wanted him to have a white robe, but obviously,
for obvious reasons,
that didn't fly.
Not great.
Needed a black one. So, yeah, I mean, with Drew Barrymore being the marketing fake out, Roger L. Jackson's Ghostface voice, you know, and everything. I mean, Wes Craven was genius in this. I mean,
gosh. There's so many references to other scary movies that I just thought were so freaking funny, and some of them are really subtle. Like, you'd have to be a real scary movie buff. Like, what's her face? Linda Blair makes a cameo as a reporter, and she's the exorcist.
Does she really?
Girl.
I did not notice.
It's fast, but she's older, you know, like, you don't expect to see her.
Oh, wow, I didn't notice that.
Yep, she's in there. Then there's, at the beginning, when Drew Barrymore's on the phone with Ghostface, he asks her a trivia question, and the answer is Halloween. And in the back, you can hear the Halloween music. It's very subtle. It's kind of on top of the music, but it's so there. We've got lines and names straight from Halloween. Obviously, it's, you know, the director, so why not? So there's a a point where Drew Barrymore's parents are trying to just get to safety, and he says, "Go to the Mackenzies and call the police." That's straight from Halloween. They even use the name Mackenzies, the neighbors. Then we've got Billy's last name is Loomis. That's the psychiatrist in Halloween. That's also the boyfriend in Psycho.
Right. Oh, so good.
The cop from Nightmare on Elm Street is also a cop in Scream. We've got the red bug from The Shining.
Okay.
And then my favorite is the director is dressed up like the janitor, but he's Freddy Krueger.
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
very obvious. Like even if you haven't watched any Scary movies, like you know that's Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and the fact that so the Drew Barrymore part in the beginning, like I said earlier, where she's talking about the guy with the knives for fingers, and then she says, "Oh yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street," and he's like, "Yeah, I like that one," and she's like, "The first one was fine, but all the other ones sucked." The simple fact that Wes Craven directed those two.
Oh yeah, he puts a lot of pokes at himself in it. I think it's
He
funny.
actually didn't like that line being in the movie because he's like, "Well, I'm going to come off as like as an egomaniac," but then somebody else convinced him, like, "Well, no, just keep it in because that's what a fan would say."
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if you know, but the school actually denied production initially.
Yeah. Yep.
So I mean, the Santa Rosa High School, but the school board said, no, we're not doing this after reading the script because they just didn't want that kind of.
Well, also they had also recently in that town, I believe, had a teenager.
Oh, so it was like too soon. Too sensitive.
Yeah, there's something
okay.
happened. I forget what exactly it was, but I know something happened with a teenage girl, and they were still kind of coming out of that, and they didn't want to.
Well, I think they also thought it was a comedy, and then somebody read the script, and they're like, "Oh no, this is actually pretty gruesome, and we don't want this. We don't want that reputation with our
and that
town
too.
or this school." So, towards the end of the credits, it says, "No thanks whatsoever to the Santa Rosa City School District Governing Board."
Yeah, you sure did put that in there.
You gotta wait for it because it's like right at the end. You have like 3 seconds left of the credits, but it's there. But that's just Wes Craven's like saying "F
Yeah.
you" to these guys.
I mean, Wes
Thanks
Craven.
for nothing.
Yeah. So, so many things to talk about for this movie. What else do y'all have? I know that I have a few things, but what do you have?
Well, I know one of the most iconic things also is the music for this movie by Marco Beltrami. He actually does the music for movies 1 through 4, and he came back to do the music for 7.
Okay.
And I definitely think it adds to the movie. It's very iconic. It's very much the slasher sound that you want for this movie for the 90s. The upcoming movies that you would see kind of take off after Scream that were similar, it's all that same kind of feel, and it's got that kind of music, and he did a great job. And it's nice to see that he also did other movies after that with that same sound to keep it similar.
Yeah.
Also, with Ghostface, I still think he's just one of the scariest villains, one of the scariest killers. And why that works for me is because he's not supernatural.
Right.
We also, at least for most of the movie, we don't really have a motive. In fact, the only motive that we have is with Neve Campbell's character, because Skeet Ulrich's dad had sex with Neve Campbell's mom, and that's what broke them up. And so he takes it out on her. That's why I guess she deserves to die in his eyes. Yeah. However, Drew Barrymore, Henry Winkler dies. I love him. He's my birthday twin. So when he died, I was really sad. There's no motive, and like I've said before in another episode, when there's no motive, it makes it that much more terrifying.
Yes.
If it was like a ghost, something supernatural, usually there's like some kind of curse. There's something attached to them. They have unfinished business.
Right.
But when you just have a human who just likes being stabby, that makes it extra scary. And it's just a person. That could happen. That could be your neighbor. That could be your brother, your significant other in this movie. That's what makes it extra scary. It also, he's human, like he trips a lot. That's probably Matthew Lillard when he's Ghostface, but he trips a lot. Feet flying over his head. It's pretty funny. So he's pretty clumsy. I think having that balance of humor makes it extra funny as well. But it's that mask mixed with the voice that really gets me.
For sure. And the practical effects. This is another series that has some fantastic practical effects.
If being that it was the first of, it sparked the whole resurgence of the slasher
Exactly,
movies.
yeah.
And, and being the first, technically, was it the first though? Because Wes Craven was good for his practical effects. So, going all the way back to the 80s, I think, his practical effects were very spot on for this movie. It was very believable, and I don't think he didn't use any CGI in this movie.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Nope.
Respect.
Right on.
So,
Favorite kill?
favorite kill.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I also have a worst kill.
Okay, you go first then.
Okay.
Let me
so
have time to think about that.
I think Holly and I had the same.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
We have
say
the same
my
one.
second favorite. So the blonde girlfriend who she's annoying, but she is actually a solid friend. She's always looking out for Nev, and she lets her stay at her place and tells off her boyfriend and stuff. So respect to her. She has a really hilarious, in my opinion, kill. She's getting chased by Ghostface in the garage. Also a really funny scene because she's getting beers for everybody, but she gets locked out. So Ghostface shows up and she's talking to him, and she's another iconic line she says is, "Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel."
Right.
That's her. And there's also a meme, I'm sure you've seen it, where it's just her. She has very hard nipples for whatever reason in this scene, and so I've seen that meme before.
Yes.
Like, how excited are you about this weekend? And it's that meme. Anyway, so
Probably cold.
She realizes that this guy is trying to kill her, so she throws the beer bottles at him, and he's falls over and stuff. It's hilarious. Then she tries to crawl through the doggy door, cat door, whatever,
Yeah.
through the garage door.
Yeah.
And this would never happen because there's too much weight on the door, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
He pushes the door,
Not realistic.
the button, and the door goes up, and she gets, I don't know, not really cut in half because she's hanging there, but
Yeah.
she dies from that. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a, like would that really
It wouldn't work.
kill you?
It wouldn't
Like,
work.
it's
No.
just very not realistic, but
And now there's
it's fine.
sensors. Like, it's not gonna,
It's fine.
but it was cool. It's great.
It was in the 90s though.
Yeah.
So the sensors probably weren't really a big thing back then.
It's true.
Not like it is nowadays.
Poor
you go ahead
quality
and
control.
Right.
I don't think she would have died.
no.
Yeah.
No. So, but what about you, Holly? What's your favorite kill?
Mine had to be Drew Barrymore at the very beginning, honestly.
Yeah.
Casey Becker, I believe is her name. That whole the chase scene, and then her almost making it, and her parents were coming home. She almost made it back inside and almost got their attention, only to end up slashed up and hung from a tree, basically.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
pretty gruesome scene.
It's pretty gruesome. It's intense.
I liked the scary movie death scene better. That one was hilarious. But my favorite, whenever Stu and Billy are stabbing each other in the kitchen.
Really woozy, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that part. That part. I laughed for like hours.
It's that dark humor. Like it's funny,
Yeah.
but it's also terrifying. At the
It's
same
Matthew
time.
Lillard.
Yeah.
It's Matthew Lillard. Let's
Yeah.
be real. He's perfect.
So my least favorite kill was Henry Winkler because I just love him. And why does he have to die? He's the principal. He's trying to protect these kids, and he's being real goofy in his office. He's alone. He's got the mask and he's playing with it, which is just funny. And then he opens up his closet, and by the way, the Fonz jacket is in there. It makes a little
Nice.
cameo.
Of course. Of course.
And then Ghostface comes and kills him. I'm like, why? What's the motive? I don't like that. Have a motive.
Right.
I don't like that.
Now,
What do you do?
it would have made even more of a impact if he had a Roy Orbison tattoo on him some way, shape, or form.
Or if he was all like, "Hey," as he was dying.
So, IMDb gave this movie very high ratings. I mean, according to this, it was a 7.2, which, I mean, for IMDb, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. They tend to be mean over there.
Yep. They're even worse at Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, Rotten Tomatoes just gives some absolute horrid ratings. But they gave Scream an 81%, which I think is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I mean...
When I think about it, I don't know what I really would have improved on in this movie. I mean, considering that it came out in '96, the teenage trope, there's different characters that you always have to have in a movie with a bunch of teenagers. There's different characters. There's always got to be an asshole. There's got to be the ditz.
I Know What You Did Last Summer. Was it Final Destination? You got all those teenager movies.
Yeah, so like I don't necessarily like that, but that's just what was going on at the time.
Yeah.
The meta thing, so freaking good, so funny, and all the references to the scary movies.
Yes.
I loved it. I love that it's so iconic.
Mm-hmm.
This reinvigorated the slasher genre. We needed this. We needed the little nod as well, just like, hey, here's the equation. Isn't it funny? We're not gonna change it. We're gonna keep on going,
right.
And that's how this movie is no exception.
I think it was almost like they gave it to, like, they made it for horror fans to be like, hey, this is for you specifically.
Yeah.
That way we were kind of, like the Leonardo meme where he's sitting in the chair watching TV and he's like,
Yeah,
that's exactly what this is. That's us. We're just like, hey, I know that meme. I know that trope. I know what's going to happen.
Yeah. So I gave it an 8.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't know why. I don't know why I'm not giving it a 10. Maybe just because it's a little older. I guess I had a thing with knowing who the murderers were at the beginning, or at least one of them. I wish I didn't know that. I wanted it to be a little bit more of a surprise.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I love this movie.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it was definite. The 90s were great for their the new horror stuff that was coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, we had the Blair Witch Project, which we did a couple episodes ago. They had Scream was another big one. So I mean, the 90s were absolutely wonderful for a horror genre.
They were, yeah.
Hopefully, I think the 2020s are going to be. I mean, are shaping up to be that as well.
Oh yeah,
so.
there's some good ones coming out.
I mean, we got a lot of those, but I personally gave it a 9.2. I mean, it's not quite 10, but I think that 9.2 is fair.
Yeah.
What about you, Holly?
I also gave it an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
I have to agree. It's just one of those things that it is an iconic, like, breakout type movie that started a whole new type of slasher film
And fandom, I think.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, still to this day, you have people who absolutely are fans of Ghostface and Scream, and will see anything that comes out with that. And it was iconic. It's a great movie. I mean, there's a lot of other types of horror movies that are out now that people have their preferences, but this one, for its time, I definitely think was really, really well done. So I'd say 8 out of 10.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So, did either of you have any more notes that you wanted to go over towards the end here?
I think we're good.
We're good. All right, everybody. Well, thank you very much for tuning in to Scream Freaks yet again for this awesome episode on an iconic movie with an iconic cast. Thank you very much for coming in yet again, and let's continue on to season 13.
We're in it to win it. We're in it to the end
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna jog all the way across the finish line for this shit. So once again, everybody, thank you for tuning in to Scream Freaks. Make sure that if you like any of our stuff, to hit the like and the subscribe button. Also, hit www.screamfreakspodcast.com, and as always, stay spooky. That's going to do it for this episode of Scream Freaks Podcast. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a trip to the dark side of movies. You can also help support the show by checking out our Kickstarter and Patreon. Every bit of support helps us keep building Scream Freaks, creating new episodes, upgrading the show, and bringing even more horror content your way. Visit our official website at www.screamfreakspodcast.com to find our latest episodes, social links, Kickstarter, Patreon, and everything happening in the Scream Freaks universe. For Dr. Blackveil, Holly Horror, Clover Nightshade, Captain Bill, Ethan, and the rest of the Scream Freaks family, I'm Fabulous B. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Dark Side of Movies.